Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 23 of Trials and Trebuchets. My name's Luke, and I'm your dungeon master. Joining me are my wonderful players, and their names are...
Hi, I'm Ben, and I'll be playing the level 4 gnome wizard, Windsor Wallaby, in addition to his cuddly little companion, Mr. Wiggles.
Hello there, my name is Carla, and I play the electrifying, orb-yielding, horned red one, level 4 tiefling rogue, Integrity Adelberry.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Mira Marchand, the level 4 half-elf bard. You know shit's getting real when she can't play her lyre anymore.
You broke it.
Yeah.
My name is Sam, and I play Serenep Cinderman, a level 4 human sorcerer, and I am ready for a revolution and a revelation.
Ooh.
Revolution!
Crowns in the mail should be arriving shortly.
And last time on Trials and Trebuchets, quite a bit happened. The students regrouped with their injured mentor. They then immediately used their injured mentor's hands, his fingers, his gold-plated fingers, to open a potentially trapped door to the strong room, which contained the personal effects of all the prisoners in the detention lair. As they went through these possessions, Winslow discovered their new companion, Faramel's spellbook and staff were very interesting. Mira found Kreska's reed whistle, Serenep found Cat's stuffed animal, and Integrity found that Artis had brought along his 2 orbs to the plane of Isithil, despite telling her not to do the same. The students now are formulating a plan to steal the aforementioned Faramel's staff, as they believe it contains the 4th orb, while they are waiting on hold to get a new order of root newts. And that's where we are. We're walking through the hallways of the detention lair. Faramel, Winsler, and Artis. Artis is curled up. He was the first one on Integrity's floating disc.
With a pork rind in his throat.
On top of him, or like also on top of the disc, is Faramel sitting cross-legged. And sitting cross-legged, I presume, on Artis is Winsler, having just fed their pallid mentor his pork rind.
Them rotten pork rinds.
Ugh. I hope the disgust in and of itself wakes him up.
So, you guys are approaching very rapidly the exit to the detention lair. Kreska is far behind you, kind of going through and figuring out which prisoners to release and which to, kind of who deserved it and who's kind of unjustly been detained, and you are now at the doorway to, or like the kind of exit tunnel of the detention lair, not the center. So you can see the large chasm. You can hear the rushing of water as all the water from the river above kind of cascades down into this giant hole, which is Patter. There's the small walkway into the center of this pit where the lift would descend, but it is not currently there. And sitting on the side of the pathway sitting on his butt with his back up against the wall is your favorite guard, just waiting for his relief to come and let him go on break. And he's just chucking little pebbles into the chasm.
Well, luckily,
how would you like to proceed?
I'm still disguised as one of the guards. So, I'm going to say, hello. Hopefully you haven't waited too long. We're just bringing these people up to another layer. Shouldn't be long.
He is visibly startled and like jumps and partially stands up and turns around and sees you. I need you to make a deception check.
Okay.
Because you aren't with advantage because you are disguised, obviously.
Well, that was a 4 plus 6, so 10, and that one was a 15 plus 4, so 19.
Okay. Easily, he's like immediately put at ease. He's like, absolutely. Go on ahead. I'll call down the lift. And he makes some intricate, almost like ninjutsu hand signals, which somehow the person hundreds of feet above sees and very quickly cranks down the lift for you all to enter. And he's going to walk over and say, how did you get in there? This is the only way in, to my knowledge. I didn't see you come in. Were you in there already?
Yeah, I fell asleep, always the sleeping one, right?
I know how
Bob
it
would
is.
be the guard.
It's a good place to sleep. There's no light in there. It's just so easy to nap.
I know, right?
And he's going to look at the lot of you and kind of go, Oh, those three just went in there, though. Are you sure that they're the ones you're looking for?
Pretty sure. Sometimes it's just in and out with these guys, you know what I mean?
And none of them are even chained up or anything. What's going on here?
We're very obedient prisoners.
Yeah.
We don't really need to be kept.
You guys must be like the best prisoners we've ever had. You just follow us. Are you willingly prisoners?
I think
I'm also a
a
doctor.
spell on them or something. They've been very
that would do it.
obedient. It's a little strange, but you tell them to do anything, they just do it. It's nuts. You go rub your tummy and pat your head, and they just do it. It's crazy.
I'm already doing it. Yeah. We do it. It's great.
And the lift very soon after arrives, and he wishes you well. Where did you guys want to go so that he can hand signal?
The Imperial sector, wasn't it?
No. We want to go,
No.
I think, what did you say? Because we want to go where the posters are. That was like an outpost.
The first layer.
That's
There's an
the first layer.
Inquisition outpost.
Yeah, we want to go to the outpost.
Like where we started.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He points up very, very broadly. You can see him gesturing up, and he does that 5 times to indicate go 5 layers up. Or 4 layers up, technically, whatever. Go to, you understand.
Go up.
You don't need to understand. The crank man needs to understand, and he does. Okay. And you guys are slowly cranked upwards in this lift, in this iron cage, up.
While we're in the lift, has Artis reacted at all to the pork rinds?
No.
Oh.
Oh God.
You killed
He really
him.
is sick.
He is still breathing. Don't worry.
Maybe one of us. I tell them, maybe one of us can look for maybe a doctor when we're up there? Or do you think they will, tell on us?
Well, I mean,
I don't
there
think
is.
Earth Elementals would
can
make
still
great doctors,
medicine.
considering that they sent him down here to be tortured.
I mean,
We can
there
steal
is
medicine from them.
there is the Suds place with a bunch of people who want to get out. Maybe there is a doctor in their group.
Maybe.
That could work.
Okay. As you have this discussion, Faramel seems to be enjoying the fresh air, like the breeze, the water on his face. You can see that, the little spray that's falling down, because you're almost in the center of a circular waterfall, so there's a lot of spray. And as it's hitting him or coming within vicinity of him, it's kind of just turning into slush and dropping out of the air. And all of you feel very cold suddenly in this iron cage. So far, it's been pretty warm going up and down this cage. You've done it a few times, but this time it's incredibly, the bars are very cold, and it's kind of to the point of discomfort. Not to the point of oh my God, I need to leave immediately, but to the point of oh wow, this isn't the best I've ever had.
It's chilly.
Yeah. Almost like when you're trying to sleep and you can't quite get the right temperature, that kind of discomfort.
I hate that.
Yeah. So the lift arrives. You're on the first layer. It seems to be fairly deserted. There's 1 or 2 people, but they're just civilians, no guards or anything. Where would you all and I presume that you still have the floating disc working going on. Okay.
Because it's less than an hour.
Yes.
How long has
been
it
less
been
than
since she cast it?
Probably 40 minutes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, a while.
So maybe we should drop off Artis first, because it will make it easier for us to move around without him in tow.
Well, is there anywhere nearby that we think he might be safe?
Idea.
Like a couch
That's true.
with
There's
some refreshments.
the bar, the Suds place.
A lounge room.
I think it's called Spud's. I have
Something like that.
Spudsack Tavern.
I thought it was Suds. Or something with the word Suds in it, at least.
I thought it was
it's
Spudsack.
the Spud Sack.
Oh shit, I was wrong again.
Spudsack Tavern.
Oh yeah, I have Spudsack here too.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
That
we
would
could
be
Definitely
bring him
didn't have to
there.
listen to the podcast episode after it came out and write it down.
Maybe we could bring him there.
That could be easily achieved. So you wander over to the market district, I guess, or the intersection of the market and housing district, I guess would be the most logical place to look. I think you could all deduce that. looking around, you can see that at the very far end of the cavern, like the very like far back, like the back end, there's a large almost edifice carved out of the stone there, which it seems more regal or a bit more imposing than all the other buildings around here. But as you make your way around, you see a few taverns that have names in common. Most of them are just written in Primordial or not at all. But you see one, and it has a little stone sign that's hanging on some iron hinges out front, and it has like a little potato, and it says the Spud Sack Tavern, and it's just this tiny little mound tavern with a couple windows.
Oh, hell yeah.
I guess I'll
head on in.
Go up and knock on the door, because like you need a password, right?
Yeah, you can't just, the door is closed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
Sorry. And as you knock on the door,
the door of a business, as normal people do.
Yes.
It might be normal in Patter. A lot of these places are closed down. You never know. And the street's abandoned, so don't have any worries. So as you knock, you can roll perception if you don't believe me.
No, I believe you.
I believe.
Okay. As you knock, a small like eye slit opens up, and you see a large purple eye, and this voice from the other side of the door seems to say nothing at all. They just look at you.
Root newts for life?
The eye slit slams shut very fast, and you hear a single unlock on the other side of the door, and the door swings open, and you see a very wide earth elemental with these bright purple eyes and this dark orange coloration. They don't have any gold streaks going through, and they just kind of like gesture for you to come in with their head. And as you all walk through, the floating disc tries to bump through the door, but seems to not be able to make it through. How would you like? Faramel just gets off and walks in.
I'm gonna go over and try and get Artis off of it, and like kind of have him like support his weight as I bring him inside.
Absolutely. He's not a very heavy man whatsoever, and you can easily lift him up and carry him, or like drag him, I guess, support
Bridal
his body
style.
weight, and
Let's go.
bring him inside. Yeah.
Do you need help, Sarah?
It would be greatly appreciated.
I take his feet.
Like carrying a corpse.
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
Our professor only
Where's
deserves
the
the
dumpster,
best.
folks?
And I assume you're going to dismiss your disc?
Yes.
Okay. It kind of like drops back into the single drop and comes into your vial, and you're all good. You have your little drop of mercury back. Inside you see a typical tavern scene. Not that I don't know if any of you have ever been in a tavern, actually. Winslow, you've probably been absolutely in a tavern.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
absolutely gone there with your parents.
Absolutely.
Yeah, easy, no problem. And so there's a small bar made of stone. There's like a couple wooden tape, or not wooden, like polished rock tables with some chairs, like tiny little stools. And then there's a small door on the far side of the room that this earth elemental is going to walk over to, open it, and then go, they'll meet you in there.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
And kind of gesturing down at this staircase going down into the dirt, or into the earth. So, give me some strength checks from Integrity and Serenap
Yeah.
to just carry him down the stairs easily.
Can I just like
Without-
throw him down? I'm kidding.
Yeah, instead of just
I
letting
have
him
Featherfall.
rumble down the
Shiny.
stairs.
We can just toss him. I'll
Do
use
not
Featherfall on him. Why not?
Don't just eat him.
Why can we not eat him? We have to yorp him.
That is
Warp him.
11.
11.
I got
Interesting.
a... The strength? Oh, wow. That's a 17.
An 11 and a 17. I think you guys can... It's like moving a couch, you know? He's a pretty lanky guy. But he does have joints, so it's
There's too many limbs.
It's a very narrow, windy, circular, like it's a circular staircase that just goes straight down. So like it's a bit weird, but you all manage it. Faramel kind of has to stop a couple times and take his breath or catch his breath and then catch back up with the group. But slowly you descend probably 20 feet on these stairs and find yourselves in a very warm, though getting colder, room with 6 newts. 6 of these blue newts sitting around a wooden table. This one is wooden, and they're just playing cards. And one of them, who is light blue colored and with little almost cloudy white spots, looks up at you and goes, "You've returned. Were you successful in liberating our leader?" And you recognize this as Blub.
Yes.
Hi, Blub. Yes, we were. She is okay. She's gonna go get more root newts. We've called for backup. We still just need to get the posters.
Wonderful. And free the other root newts that are held captive by the Inquisition currently.
Yes.
We forgot about them.
Wonderful.
But we have an injured...
Who are your 2 associates here?
So this is our professor who we told you about. He is injured, so we were hoping, like, if we left him here, you guys could just, like, take care of him and make sure that he's okay when he wakes up. And this is a wizard we found who's going to help us.
Oh, wonderful. It's a pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the revolution. And he sticks out his hand, and Faramel kind of like, absolutely, and shakes it kind of hesitantly.
Do as the lizards do.
Blub then snaps his fingers, and the other newts like throw all their glasses and cards off of the table as they make a space for artists to be laid down. And they kind of take him out of your hands and lay him there. And Blub's going to say, the safety of your professor is in our hands now, and, well, we have a debt to repay to you for freeing our Captain Kreska. So what I'm trying to say in a roundabout way is he's safe. He's good. We know basic first aid, so we might be able to do some stuff. And
Basic
he seems a bit
first aid.
he seems a bit like discouraged when he looks down and sees some healed burns and then the gold-plated fingers and just like the pale complexion. And he goes,
little bits of pork rind off his
little bit like little crumbs of pork rind. I imagine healing potions. I always say that they're like raspberry. They smell like raspberry. I assume they taste like raspberry. They're like almost like sticky like raspberry jam in my mind. So like I imagine Mira trying to feed him like
your raspberry jam,
he's
child.
Moving. He has like a bit of a red smear on the side of his cheeks that are like sticky.
Guys, we're doing a great job.
Amazing.
If she can't play jams, at least she can feed her mentor jam. That could have been my intro if I'd known that this was supposed to be jam. Fuck.
But Blub's going to wish you luck and close the door as you all head back up, unless you had something else to say.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say, to provide an opportunity for sneakiness, if you're worried, maybe one of us should stay, just, lend a hand, and then I'm going to wink at Integrity, because she has her invisibility, so if she were to, like, pretend to stay behind, and then she could sneak.
Message her and be like, hey, by the way.
Integrity picking up on subtext? What are you talking about?
What?
I point at her and I say, if you pretend to stay behind, you can come invisible and follow us. And, steal. As one does.
Oh.
As you do. Excuse you.
Like, you see my face go from, like, not hearing anything. And then, she's not very subtle. Like, she just tells me this is the plan. I was like, all of a sudden my face goes like, oh.
So we're just standing in complete silence. She just sits there for a second and goes, oh.
I just want to say that every time that
Faramel
Mira does this sudden message thing, I just look over at Windsor and I roll my eyes and shrug. Like,
yeah.
Weird times, man.
I go, oh, and then they look at me and then I start coughing. I'm like, oh.
Sorry, there's a fly.
Sorry.
The tickle in my throat.
Yeah. And then I do a thumbs up. Actually, no.
In front of everybody.
I do a thumbs up and then be like...
Mental thumbs up.
I will, like, move it. Like, I'm like, oh, finger.
The Blub, all of the Root Newts, Blub and Faramel are all looking at you, and you can hear, who speaks... Does anyone speak Primordial?
I do.
You do? Windsor, you hear one of the Root Newts say to another Root Newt, like, these are the people who saved Kreska?
Sorry,
Don't
I'm
worry,
just
we're
not
thinking
used
the
to
same
people
thing.
talking in my head, so I'm still, like,
You've
having a hard
talked
time.
back in your head before.
Yeah, but still, like, I'm in a high-pressure situation.
That's
That's
fair.
true. Yeah.
Integrity just needs to do what integrity does best.
So I'm just
Go
like,
with the flow.
oh, yeah.
Go with it, man. Thumbs.
I found a pen.
So Blub is
Wow.
going to say, well, without further ado then, if there's no other pressing matters, good luck in the Inquisition offices. I don't know what opposition you'll face, but I'm sure you will triumph in the face of hardship.
Thanks. We'll see
Thank
you
you.
later, Integrity, because we will see her later.
I'm gonna
Bye.
go up to my
Have a good
friends,
time.
and I'm gonna go up to my friends and hug them each. And once I get to every single one of them, I'm like, how will I find you guys?
Just
What do you mean?
Like I'm gonna follow you guys after I take the staff, but how will I find you after?
Message.
no.
I don't have a message.
We'll send you a
This is
message.
a great plan.
You could just follow like right behind us. Like as soon as we go up the stairs, just take the potion and sneak with us.
Just say you have to go to the bathroom.
Wait, take the potion. I thought I was gonna take the staff.
No,
Oh my god.
to be invisible.
Oh my God.
And
Where
then
are we
I
going
point at
right
her.
now?
I say,
Wait.
turn invisible, follow us. You can literally walk right next to us, and then you can be sneaky with us, and he'll have no idea you're here.
Everyone's sneaky.
Wait,
Oh my god.
so he's gonna go with you? Like the four of you guys are gonna go?
Yes.
Yes.
And you will come with us.
Everyone is looking
But
at
invisible.
Mira and Integrity
I
that
just
have been
hug her
hugging
really
for like
tight,
a
like,
minute.
and I pretend
Yeah.
that I'm like really emotional. Like, this
Yeah,
is
I'm like,
Super
sad
awkward.
goodbye.
I'm going to say out loud just so that they know. I'm like, out of all of them, I'm gonna miss you most.
I'm gonna miss you too.
Serenus
Please
is
stay
low-key
safe.
hurt.
I am
Stay
so
safe.
confused.
I put my arm on Winslow. I'm gonna miss you too, buddy.
And then
Going on? Wait. Are we
Blub
leaving?
wipes a
What?
tear away and he goes, all these lives for a revolution.
okay, and then I'm gonna move away and be like, bye.
Goodbye.
Faramel's gonna shake his head and start to make his way up the stairs.
I'm gonna follow
Slowly.
him
Yeah,
up.
same.
Quickly
Okay.
follow.
Oh, I hope
Um,
she'll be okay here.
So
Holy
you guys
shit.
manage to make it all the way up the stairs. The bartender closes the door behind you,
Wait.
and then
So, wait, but how will I exit if if I'm invisible?
I mean, it
can
doesn't
still-
matter if they see
okay,
you. You just have to not be
interact.
seen by
That's the
Farrah.
problem.
Okay, here's
That's
what I'm
the
gonna do.
technical
Here's what I'm
problem.
gonna do. So they start walking away, and I'm like, "Hey guys, I really have bad diarrhea. Is there a washroom down here?"
No, okay, hear me out. If you... Okay, no, okay.
no,
This needs to
no,
happen.
no.
Please, I have a better
No.
idea, please.
Whatever Carla's doing, she's
Okay.
on her own right now.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Is there a washroom down here?
Bye.
Blub's gonna say, there's one upstairs, but not down here. Why?
Oh,
Are you okay? Do you
Okay.
need like a medicine or something as well? And one of the other Root Newts holds up like a tiny little vial of like pink drink, and he goes,
Pepto-Bismol?
"I have this if you'd
Oh.
like it."
Can I just have it? Can I just have it, like, in case? I'll just go sit around here close to the stairs and wait for my friends. Don't mind me.
Absolutely.
So that I
always-
can
and he-
immediately run to the bathroom if I need to.
Absolutely. And this other, like, very dark blue Root Newt hands it to you and goes, "I always carry extra just in case accidents happen."
Thank you.
Okay.
And then, am I basically, like, hidden away from them? Like, is
If
it...
you go into the, like, circular stair or the staircase, yeah, you'd be hidden.
Okay, well, then I'm going to obviously follow them. Like, drink the vial of...
Okay.
Holy shit.
Invisibility.
Not the other vial.
Do not
The
drink
vial
the
of
other vial.
soft stool.
The vial
wish I
of
hadn't said that.
invisibility and follow them before the door closes. Because
Absolutely.
I don't want to be trapped in there.
Before the door closes?
Like go with them before the door closes.
I don't think you'd be able to get out as the door's closing, Carla.
Wait,
you'd have
so
to
you-
open the door again.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh
really.
shit, then what's the point of all this? Okay, I'll just follow them after
It's like
the door
Harry Potter
closes.
in Hogsmeade. Like you can like you have to open the door yourself.
I'll open the door after they leave. After like a
Okay.
couple seconds.
Moments.
Moments.
Okay. You hear the outside door close and the bartender go back to like you can hear like the heavy thuds of their feet on the like stone on stone, like clack 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 as they walk around. And you feel like, yeah, if I walked out here, they'd probably just think it's a breeze. That's an integrity thought. You'd be confident in that.
Yeah, so I'm going to sneak out. Like, how do I open the door? Is it just like, do I need to do anything specific?
It's like a push.
Okay.
It's like a push bar.
Is there like
Oh
anything?
my god.
Is there like anything physical out there or like upstairs? Like
There's like the bar and a couple tables.
no, like inside. So like I'm trying to think
yes,
of.
that's inside.
Oh no.
So you've gone.
No,
What
I'm
are
thinking.
you trying to do?
I'm
What are you
thinking,
freaking
like-
telling me.
Like I don't want it to just like open for no reason. Maybe like something will fall and open it, but I will sneak out.
You want to Home Alone this situation and make a contraption.
You know what? I'll
to
just
then
sneak out.
knock it open.
You know what? I'll just sneak out.
You just push the door open.
I'll just push
Integrity
the door
opens the
open.
door for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like very quickly.
Oh my god.
So you push it open and kind of like tiptoe into the middle of the bar before the barkeep kind of like grumbles. They're like, obviously,
I'm
they're a
wearing
barkeep.
really soft shoes, by the way.
Sure, that's a believable thing. So the barkeep kind of grumbles. They were obviously polishing little mugs because that's all barkeeps do is just polish glasses. So they had this like little microfiber cloth that they were cleaning some stone mugs with, and they kind of sigh, drape it over their shoulder, and put the mug down and walk over and close the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd like to continue and go out. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Follow them.
Absolutely. You walk up to the front door, and there's a small deadbolt lock on it. Would you like to undo that?
Yes, because how will I get
Okay.
out?
You undo the deadbolt, and then kind of like and open the door. And the barkeep is like, really? And just like very upset. Like he just got back behind the counter, started polishing the mug again, and so forth. And you kind of close the door behind you as you hear him stomping over to lock the door. And you see your friends going down the street, like probably 50 feet in front of you,
Perfect.
with your mark.
With my mark?
Target in sight.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
The best.
There's my
ever
mark. I gotta
seen-
fulfill this
The
contract.
best scene in our podcast is the one where Integrity lies about diarrhea and then waffles about opening doors before realizing, I don't know why I did this.
This episode is officially called Liaria.
No,
Okay,
it's
no,
not. No.
I petition that this episode be called What's the plan again?
Honestly, yes.
Podcast.
Yeah. All right. What would you like to do, Integrity?
So how are they walking? Like who's on the front and who's in the back?
Isn't he slow? So he would be in the back.
He's pretty
wouldn't he?
slow.
Yeah.
Is it possible to trip him?
Absolutely.
I would
Integrity
like
trips elderly people.
I would like to trip him
Okay.
and
So you're just gonna are you gonna run up behind him and like kick his legs out?
no, like from the front, like sort of like oh crap,
Stir
there's a rock on the ground.
Stomp on
you're
the
gonna
back of his
stick
legs.
your foot out and he's gonna trip over it.
Yeah, but then I'm going to like sort of like move my hand so that when he falls, he will lose like grasp on
Okay.
the
Give
staff,
me
and it will like fly away.
give me an attack. Just an attack roll.
I want a
Is that a
diagram,
D6?
please.
If she attacks,
Like-
she becomes visible again. If she doesn't attack roll, by the way.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Oh,
If you interact with people, you become invisible. So,
But what if I
Or, like,
interact with the
even
staff?
if you tried to, I think if you tried to grab, Miss Rules Lawyer, what are the rules on grabbing items?
Doesn't say. Just says if you attack or drop the spell, you become visible again.
Okay, so if you grabbed it out of his hands,
Okay,
you'd be good. But
I
if you
have an
trip him-
idea. I would
Okay, what's
like
your idea?
I would like to use my thaumaturgy.
That will also remove your invisibility.
What?
If you use if you use a spell or take an action, it removes invisibility. To my
That's true.
knowledge. Okay.
It says
Okay, you know what?
for the description for
Assuming
potion of
assuming the
invisibility.
potion of invisibility works as a standard invisibility potion, literally anything like interacting with objects, attacking, or casting a spell will remove the invisibility.
So if you take an attack action or cast a spell, it will end. Other than that, you're good. So you could just grab it and run. But if you try to trip him or
Oh,
cast a
totally.
spell,
I'll just
no
grab
run.
it and run. I have no choice.
Okay, make a
Speed,
strength
girl, go.
check. Or make a athletics check.
Athletic check. Perfect. That is a 20.
The hell?
20. You snatch it. Easy peasy. And as you're holding it, I need you to make a constitution save.
Uh-oh. We didn't think this
Is
through.
this where you turn her into a were-rat? Because you couldn't do it last time?
Where tiger?
It's the only way.
That's badass,
16.
16.
Yeah.
Integrity, you feel you're holding 3 orbs currently.
Yes.
Oh shit.
You
fuck.
feel like almost like a headache come on, but it doesn't really hurt you that much. Like it doesn't, like you're just like, oh wow, my head hurts all of a sudden. Like maybe I need more salt, right? But other than
Get
that,
some
you don't
pork
think
rinds.
anything. Other than that, you don't think anything of it.
Okay, I'm just gonna run away from them. And yeah.
Absolutely. So from your guys' perspective, you walk up. The bartender kind of nods to you as you walk out the door and like locks the door behind you. Then you start walking down the. You're like, oh, where did you want to start heading to? It's like towards this Inquisition office at the back of the cave.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what we were
Mhm.
intending to do.
Yeah.
Okay. And Faramel will be telling you, Winsler, about his yogurt recipe.
Oh yes, the yogurt recipe.
Perfect.
And as he's walking and kind of like really heavily leaning upon this staff,
Oh.
it just gets yanked out of his hands and he falls face first into the stone.
Oh no.
And then the staff just goes running off, like just flying in the air away.
I wanna
Wait, if-
help him up.
If she's holding it, wouldn't it also turn invisible?
No, if you grab something that's not invisible, it does not turn invisible.
Okay.
So it just floats away.
Yes, it just floats away.
I'm
Oh,
gonna I'm guess like how long until she's like run around a corner before we're like, oh no, let's help you up.
Faramel's like, ah, my knees.
I look
As
Aw.
he
Has she
falls.
gone around the corner? Has she gone around the
Yes.
corner? Okay,
She
I
falls and
I
goes around the
quickly
corner.
run over. I'm like, oh my gosh, let me help you up. Are you okay?
And he's like, I'm fine. Where's my staff?
I don't
It
know.
just-
You just fell and it was gone.
I
Are
need
you
to do a
okay?
Deception check
It was,
for that.
She's
some
right,
weird thing.
he
It
fell.
just
That
flew
was
I mean,
on.
yeah.
Okay, a white lie, I'll allow it. Sure. And he goes, well, could you all help me look around? It's imperative to my work that I find it.
But at this point, we've already called in the troops. I don't know how much more time we have. We'll help you find it, but
We'll find. How about we find it for you after we get the posters? We promise. We'll turn
It's
this
more
whole
important
place.
than anything happening here that I find that
Well,
staff.
why don't we split up? Why don't you go looking for it, and we keep going to the lair?
It was... Sure.
I will help.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I'm a dummy.
You two
Shut
carry on.
Because we never told you
to
the
the-
plan.
No, I'm literally just like, what's happening? I just saw a staff
Well, I
fly
mean,
out into
okay,
an
no.
alleyway. I gotta help this elderly man find it.
Winsler, are you sure you don't want to come with us? I think it
I'm
would be
good.
great if you came with us, because we really.
He was telling me
need
all
your
about this great yogurt
expertise.
recipe, and I really need to get it.
I point at him. Integrity stole it. We gotta leave this guy on his own.
Well, you make a convincing argument then. Okay.
We have the worst communication.
I'm gonna.
I say that out loud.
I'm going to point to Mira very quickly
Wonderful.
and be
Everybody has fucking
if- like, jealous. No, I'm gonna point and be like, is it a good idea to leave Integrity by herself with this man, like, hunting her down, and if he does find her and she doesn't have backup, he could do damage. We don't know how powerful he actually is.
She has the staff. She knows where we're going. I trust that she can meet up with us. She's very smart. Roll deception.
I'm pretty sure I heard her yell earlier. Hey guys, I got some diarrhea. Do you have a bathroom? But I mean, I could have just been hearing things.
It was a clever ruse.
Let's continue on our way. I turn to the man. I say, once you find your staff, I hope you will join us again. And I
absolutely.
I start heading my way.
Wait to aid you. I'm sorry, but this takes precedence over anything else that's happening.
It's okay. We just hope you can join up with us after. We hope you find your staff.
Absolutely. And he kind of starts looking around for it. Integrity, you're in an alley.
The gang
what does the city look like?
People.
Like, are the roofs like roofs, or are they flat?
They're pretty flat.
So can I climb on them and basically walk with them while on top?
I wouldn't say that. There's pretty decent spacing between houses.
Can I use my rope?
My point being, I don't think you could hop from roof to roof. Like, there's a distance between the houses that would not enable you to jump from roof to roof.
Okay.
You could definitely follow in the alleys, though. That would be a good strategy.
So we're going perpendicular to each other?
You could follow them like parallel, Carla.
Oh.
So
okay.
it's like almost like a grid.
Like we're one block apart, but we're all going in the same direction.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know
so like you're on a side street and they're on like the main street.
Okay. I'll go follow them then, and maybe like peek and see if they're still walking the same way.
I love this image of it's just like a staff stalking three people.
Can you make a stealth check?
It's just creepy.
That is a 19. 7 plus 12.
Oh hell yeah!
Fucking rogues.
Okay. You, as you're kind of like watching your friends, see Faramel kind of stalk around one of the corners and like look down the alley just quickly, but he does not, I guess, see the staff floating against the wall in the darkness.
Menacingly.
And continues searching. And you sprint and catch up with your friends.
Ah, it's the staff!
It's Integrity! Did everything go okay?
Yeah, it did, but I have like
you
this
can
massive
dismiss
headache.
it at will, I think. If I'm not
Dismiss what at
mistaken, I
will?
think you can dismiss your invisibility.
Oh, yeah.
Or you could just like kick a rock to make it go away.
Yeah, I'm
Or, like-
not invisible anymore. But I'm
Okay.
just like,
Yo.
yeah, I'm good, but I have like a massive headache. I have like 3 of the stones.
Oh,
with me
shit.
right
Do you
now.
want
Shoes
us
at
to
works.
take one from you till like you have like a mental rest?
My precious.
I haven't like.
That-
Do you want me to carry something? Like,
Yeah,
we're
maybe
sure.
you
the
can
load.
maybe you can hold the staff just because like I don't know, you can hide it under your skirt. You're tall.
Okay, number one, I'm not
It's
wearing
5
a
feet
skirt.
tall.
Oh, 5 feet tall.
I'm
It's
not
a
wearing
really
a
long skirt.
I can I have like my big robe on, so I can like hide it in there. I have big pockets.
Yeah.
Why
Hey
not?
kid, want to
in-
buy a
put it-
staff?
I pull out some tape, I stick it on the inside, and I just tape it on, and we keep walking.
Sure. There's
Tape
absolutely
is a wonderful thing.
This is a robe for mages. There's absolutely a staff pocket. It just is the same as there's like 3 wand pockets, you know?
I need 3 wands and a staff, please. I'm so powerful. Okay, no, yeah, it's in my it's in the staff pocket then.
Absolutely. It's kind of awkward. Like, it is awkward. Don't get me wrong.
I don't use staffs. I'm not used
If
to this.
you're going to be doing any sneaking, I will give you disadvantage because it is awkward to walk around with a 5-foot staff
Yep.
underneath your clothes.
Yep.
Okay.
Got it.
And all of you arrive, and you're just standing in the middle of the street, gawking at this giant edifice at the back of the cave. It's like this large. There's a lot of diagonals, like intersecting, like orthogonals on this building. Like, it's very, compared to like the very simply made houses and stuff, it's like a work of architecture never before seen in pattern. And there's 2 large doors. There's this. So to give you like the general, I enjoy breaking down buildings into shapes. So that's how I'm going to describe it to you. And if that doesn't work for you, please let me know. Okay, I'm the dungeon master here to facilitate your understanding of the world.
Thank you for the public service
front
announcement.
of it. The front of it is like this large cylindrical, almost like a tower at the front, and then and it goes from all the way in the bottom, connected to the ground, all the way to the top of the cave, and is like it almost looks like a very well carved stalactite, right? So like it looks like it connected from the ground. There's a word for the ones that connect from the ground to this like surface, but I don't remember. No,
Stalagmite.
No, from the ground up is a stalagmite, but there's a certain word for the ones that go all the way down that I don't remember.
Stalagmite, stalactite.
Yeah, I know.
No, he's talking about like it's connected to the top and connected to the bottom.
Yeah, there's a word for it that I don't.
It's just called a stalag.
Remember it right now. Stalag. There's a stalag. It looks like very wonderfully carved to the point where it's perfectly round, and the front doors are here, and then there's also some glass windows on near the like kind of like overlooking the city, or at least the first layer, and then there's a smaller, probably 2-story edifice made out of very beautifully carved stone behind it. And so the front doors are in this circular portion, and that's right in front of you. That's it. Yes, you've done it, Sarah. Nice. Sarah's done a wonderful drawing.
You'll never see it.
Maybe she missed a few of the angles, but beggars can't be choosers. Someone finally understood what I was saying.
The shapes actually quite worked.
On either side of the doors are these 2 very large guards wearing nothing because they're stones, but they have golden veination in them, and they have these 2 large pole arms. And they're kind of like talking to each other, laughing, looking back and forth to see if anyone's coming. And now they've both seemed to notice the group of the 4 of you standing in the middle of the street staring at them. And
Howdy,
you're all
y'all.
just staring at each other.
How to do?
The one on the right says, howdy. Do you have any business here at the Inquisition?
Yes. Yona wanted me to bring them all here.
Oh, I forgot you were... How long does that last?
It's a great question.
That is a great question.
I think it's an hour.
I feel like she could have recasted it. Why not?
I do have another spell slot if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
It does last an hour.
Okay, so you're probably 50 minutes in, so just be aware of that.
Yep.
Okay. This gold-veined, you're still the same as you were in the basement.
Yes, no gold on me.
Okay. That's great news. The guard on the left will go, yeah, I don't buy that.
Well, it was Yona's orders, so that's your head on the proverbial chopping block if you don't listen to her.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh shit, we're threatening them with execution, are we?
Yes.
As they threatened us with.
That is legit a 19 plus 6, so that is a 25. I promise.
Okay.
Sort of revolutionary.
The one on the left kind of looks like they're almost like that, like facial expression where you're like chewing the side of your lip, where you're like, right? Like,
but he doesn't have lips.
And he looks. They do. They're just stone lips. Rock lips.
Cool.
And he looks over at his guard partner and kind of like shrugs, and then looks back at you and says, "If you can go in and go on up and see Yona if you want, if that's your orders." But don't cause any ruckus is the least I should say, and opens the doors for you.
All right.
I
wave. The one on the right waves back at you.
Yes.
And as you all walk
say that
in,
Yona's in there?
Yep.
I mean that means that they're alive, so yay.
I don't know that that's a good thing.
We didn't kill somebody.
Good that we didn't take a life. Bad because now they know that we pushed them into a well. Mm-hmm. We'll have to see how that goes.
We could frame it as an accident and said we went to go get help, but we got ambushed.
Hey, but hear me out. We didn't hear nothing about us having to go into the same room as them to get the posters. It could be in a completely different area of this building.
Let's hope.
True.
Or this cave, whatever.
Let's just avoid them as much as possible.
So, as you walk in, you see a very wonderful, very open and airy with a few small, like, rock statues. Like, they're just, like, stacked rocks in the foyer and, like, a nice little fountain. And you walk around. That's in this, like, circular tower, like the base of this tower. And it's probably it's a very high ceiling. It probably goes about 40 feet up. And it's this nice vaulted carved ceiling with like a mosaic tiles on the top. It's very nice in here. In stark contrast to everywhere else you've been, where it's just been a pile of rocks or just carved rock. This is like very obvious. Yeah, it's mud, dirt, rocks. This is very obviously had someone with some sort of design vision like build it, instead of just someone who's building a house.
I'm picturing like the Sistine Chapel, but with rocks.
Yeah,
the Sistine Chapel with rocks.
The Sistine Pebble. No, that wasn't a good one.
No, it wasn't.
Continue.
Sistine Boulder.
Take two.
So, and then you can see a smaller an arched hallway going off on the other side of this like foyer. And if you go through that, you will come to a very, very quickly, you come to a fork in your paths. The hallway continues forward, and you can see a large chamber at the end of the hall, probably 30 feet away, that seems to have people, many elementals, kind of just writing stuff. And you can hear like the sounds of like rocks being like scratched, like etched, coming from down there. And you can see people with hammers and chisels just like hammering at desks, right, onto like small stone tablets. And then to your right, you see a staircase which goes down. And then on your left, you see a staircase which goes up.
Well, we know that Yona's on the one up, because I think they said Yona's up there or something. We definitely don't want to go on the one with people, so by process of elimination, we should probably
go down.
The staircase that goes down probably leads to storage, so that's probably where they're keeping all the flyers.
That's
the trucks.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
So you all walk down the staircase into the depths, further into the depths once more. And it has like a crook in it. So like you go down, there's a landing, and then it comes back on itself, like to save zoning space. You know how it is. And how are you walking down the stairs? What's the approach here, everybody?
Single file line.
Yeah, we don't know how big these staircases are.
They're very large. They're
Single
very
file
large.
line.
Nice. I mean, like 2x2 could work.
2x2?
We're marching.
Yeah.
I didn't want
Are
to
you being
make that
like
joke.
James Bondy, sneaky? Like, are you infiltrating, or are you acting like you belong?
Like Madeline.
I mean, we've already
Madeline going down the stairs.
We've already made the decision that, like, we are people being brought in by a guard. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Act normal.
I'm trying to be official. I'm trying, have good posture. Be like, this way, children. Of which I am certainly not one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
this
Mira,
way,
you're in front
prisoners.
or in back?
I think I should be in front, because if people's first impression, like, if they were to look on the side, they'd want to see another guard rather than, oh, here's some people who should definitely not be here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you walk down the stairs and you see a so it's like a long rectangular room. And there's a stone door on the left-hand side, and then there's a small desk in like the middle of the room. And then at the back of the room there's another door. Okay? Like a larger stone, like two door, like a double doors. And sitting at the desk with his feet up, or with their feet up on the desk, like reclined in their chair, with their arms crossed and their head down, is a elemental of moderate size.
Damn, I thought it was Yona.
Yeah, I was about to panic.
That would have been shit.
Surprise.
We moved
I've been
my
expecting
desk.
you.
We moved my desk downstairs.
Fools.
And as you walked as you walked down, the best plot twist in the history of every fiction is Yona's desk being in the basement.
Office
Fuck
remodeling
nerds.
happens all the time. We don't know.
Look, sometimes you just
so-
gotta use the basement offices. They're not the greatest, but you
They're
gotta
cool.
use them.
They're quieter. Everyone else is so loud.
As you walk down, Mira, this guard sitting there, they have like a small little hat on, like a rock hat with like some gemstones in it. They don't seem to react in any possible way, and their heads like kind of tucked down, and you can make a very quick inference that they're sleeping.
Perfect.
I like that hat.
Winslow, you're super into hats.
I want the hat.
Don't take the hat.
But it's pretty.
So
Don't take a hat.
how
Tiptoe.
It reminds me of
hushed
my pappy's
tones.
hat back home.
Looking
On the
at
farm.
you mentioned there's a door on the left side and a door is the door like directly behind the guard?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
is it like a locked door? Like what is it made of?
You can't really. It's closed, but beyond, it's made of stone. But beyond that, you can't see like the handle mechanism since it is directly behind this this elemental sword.
I think I'm gonna kind of tiptoe very fucking quietly towards the doors.
Okay. Make a stealth check, please, and thank you.
Why are we sending the sneaky girl out?
Because they're not the guard. Doy.
Oh, I'm so
Doi.
sorry.
She already did
plus
her
4.
rogue business for
19.
the day. 19. Okay. With a 19, you can sneak to the far end of the room and peek behind this large elemental and see that on his, you can, as you walk by, you see on his desk, there's like a stone tablet that just has like a schedule on it. And it seems to just be the same schedule. Like it's always the same person. So this is just needless set dressing. Sorry. It's just fun for me.
No, it's
and then
good.
peeking behind the elemental, you see that it is a locked, or not locked, but there's just no handles.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't look like a push door, but it's closed.
Okay.
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah.
wait, like there's no handle? It's just a lock?
Mm-mm.
It looks like there should be a door there, but it isn't. It's just another part of the
It's
wall
like
almost.
imagine just like a regular door, but it doesn't have a handle or a lock or anything.
So it's just like
You can make I need you to make a perception check, please and thank you.
So it's a
10 plus 2. 12.
Okay. It's a door without a handle or a lock.
Looking kind of over at this sleeping guard, do they have like a ring of keys anywhere or anything that might indicate kind of...
They do. They have a small ring of keys that is kind of attached to them. Like the iron like band is actually inside of their hip. And then the
Oh.
key itself is like on a small chain that dangles from his hip.
I'm going to like gesture towards Integrity, like, come over here. I need your sneaky skills, because I'm a rock right now, and that's not very sneaky.
So I'm going to
God.
sneak.
Absolutely. I think literally the lowest you could possibly roll on stealth is
Let
like
me just repeat.
13.
I'm going to sneak. I think I was far
Okay,
away
make-
from the microphone.
Oh, okay. Make a stealth check then. Since you're going to sneak.
Deals.
I think the lowest you can roll is like a 13.
21. I got a 14 plus 7.
Jesus.
Okay. So
Just
you
walk on the ceiling, why don't you?
just waltz over.
my God,
Like
Spider-Man?
you very carefully make it so that you're not stepping on anything. You're not like there's some loose gravel on the floor that you avoid very carefully. And Mira walked over it, and you're like, amateur. And you kind of like avoid that and make it over to where Mira's gesturing towards you, and look down, and you see that there's this iron like hoop attached to this elemental's hip, like embedded in there, like as if it like a piercing. And then a chain off of it with a large key at the end.
So-
The chain's probably like a foot long.
So it will be hard to like take it out.
Yes,
From his
it
body.
just without breaking the chain or the hoop, it would be impossible. Yes,
Huh. It's a metal hoop, right?
iron. Yes.
Iron. I don't have anything to break iron. I'm going to look at Winsler.
One by
Okay.
one, we just tiptoe over.
And be like, Winsler. And I gesture for him to come.
But,
Winsler, what would you like
I'm
to
gonna
do?
look at Integrity and just kind of, and then I'm gonna look at Saraneth and shrug a little bit. And
Okay.
then I'm not gonna stealth. I'm gonna walk over because I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, you can walk over. Okay. You walk over, you crunch on the gravel, you
Crunch,
like
crunch.
sniffle because it's kind of chilly in here a few times. And you kind of walk right up next to them, and you see a 1-foot iron chain attached to a hoop in this elemental's hip
Do you think you can like conjure
with a key on the end.
Do you think you can conjure like a key that looks like this?
How big is the key?
It's tiny.
I mean,
Like it's like a house key.
I'm gonna look at on all sides of it, and then I'll just do my neat little magics and forge a key that looks exactly the same.
Absolutely. You're a key wizard, you know?
Damn.
You have a
Pretty
tiny
much.
little key. It is identical in every possible way.
But
What would you like
how-
to do with it?
But I don't see no keyhole.
What about on the
anywhere
other
to put
door?
This.
Is there a keyhole in the other door?
There's not a keyhole, but there is a handle.
We were
What if
blind
I
fools.
take the key and just like touch it against the door?
You all see Winsler conjure the key and walk over to the door confidently with a strut and just touch the key to the door, and nothing happens.
I was
Okay,
ready for
what
you to
if
be like,
I-
and this happens. Like, okay.
Okay, what if I do it a certain way? What if I turn it so that the key part is like...
We're so bad at doors.
What if
you
I
guys.
turn it so
This
that
is
I'm
what
pushing the
stumps
handle
us,
against
like
the
any
door?
door.
Consistently doors, yeah.
Okay, handle
Oh.
against the door. Does it work?
What handle against what?
Like
Handle
the
of
handle
the
of the
key.
key.
Oh,
Like
the
the
handle
handle
of the key's
side,
against
I'm
the door.
pushing it against the door.
No, nothing happens.
What
Okay,
about the
what
other
about
door?
the actual key side?
No, nothing happens.
I'm going to
Okay.
look at Serenith and point to like the door with a handle. Like, can you go
Okay.
check that out?
First things first, I'm gonna take the staff out of my pocket so I can sneak better and just hold it in my hand instead, because that's gonna be
Perfect.
an issue, and I knew it was gonna be an issue. So
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak over and try the handle. Sarah, you having a good time? Are you good? Are you good?
Good.
Okay.
I'm doing great.
I think I missed a joke. I don't know what's happening.
I think she's just stressed.
I'm a
Oh,
key
I
wizard, but I
understand
don't know how to use keys.
Oh no. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna sneak over and
Okay, make a stealth check.
Yes. That is a stealth is so a 16.
16. Easy.
Awesome.
Not as good as the rest of your friends, but not as bad as Winsler. You just walk like 5 feet over towards this side door, and it has a handle and it's a stone door
Okay,
and a stone handle.
I'm gonna lightly turn it down and like open the doors.
It opens and you pull it out towards you,
Okay.
and inside you see a small room that has a desk.
Cool.
Sitting atop the desk is a small
Shit.
wooden box with one key in the top and another key slot.
I'm gonna use message on Winsler and say, I think I found where the key goes.
You say this as are you still like pushing the key against the fucking
No,
door?
I'm like message Winsler and be like, I found where the key goes. Please stop doing that.
He's gonna look over to where the door is open and just like joyfully just walk on over there.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Wait, how far away is he from me?
Like 10 feet.
I'm gonna.
Crunch.
He's over there. He's right there. He's like,
I was about
"Howdy."
to do like a lunge and pick him up and put him in the room so he would stop crunching the ground.
He crunches. He skips a little bit. He scuffs his feet. Another
my God.
sniff. A couple of
I'm
coughs. Clears his throat.
Oh my god.
Okay, you know what?
Have a
Also,
breakdown.
when I message him about like the key, I also say, please be quiet and sneak.
You say as he skips
all
across
right,
the
I guess
desk.
if you want me to be quiet, I can be quiet.
Did you say that out loud? Thank you. Dude.
Yes.
No, I used message.
No, Winsler.
Yeah, but I don't know how to respond, so I'm actually speaking out loud to your suggestion.
Oh my gosh, Winsler!
Oh, it's okay, everybody. The guard goes and kind of like jolts a bit in their chair, but all is fine.
Okay, I'm gonna push the key in the lock.
Oh my
You walk up
God.
to this. Okay, so there's this counter. It's probably 4 feet off the ground.
I'm gonna give everybody a fucking hernia.
So Sereneth easily
Hi.
can see that there's a box sitting atop this counter. Winslow, you walk in and see the box, and then realize very quickly, wow, that's really high up there.
Oh
'Cause it
shit!
is 4 feet off of
I'm
the
gonna
ground.
open my arms slightly. Like, do you need me to give you a lift? Because I don't know what's gonna happen if I take that thing off the.
Could you lift me a little bit, please?
Yep. I lean down. I get my arms under him and I just kind of lift him up, and we walk
Okay.
over.
With that, you put the key
Insert key.
into this little box, and the other one is turned 90 degrees to the left. What would you like to do with this one?
Upside down.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
I'm gonna
What do you
turn it.
mean?
I'm gonna put it in, and then let's see if I can turn it upside down
But which way? How? What?
to the left.
Okay, sure. Yeah, it works. The key
Okay.
turns.
Yes.
Integrity. Mira,
Amazing.
you hear a very light ka-chunk, ka-chunk. and by light I mean it's kind of like
There's a very
it's not
loud
super loud. It's not super loud. It's kind of subdued, but sitting there you can hear ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
With it being unlocked, I'm gonna put him back down on the ground and say thank you, and I'm gonna open the top, I guess. Well, actually,
Oh no, the little box doesn't make a noise. You don't hear anything. Mirror and Integrity hear the doors behind them go ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
I'm gonna go over to the door and like test it now.
Pushing on it, it opens.
I'm gonna lean back, like, you know, just like you kind of like lean your head into the doorway, and I give a thumbs up to them, and like when you do your palm of your hand, like too little, come over here.
Okay.
I'm doing it now, but it just sounds.
How many different ways can we describe the come over here gesture?
Well, there's so many different ones. There's with your finger, there's with your hand outstretched, and you do all your fingers. There's pointing in the spot
There's,
you want
like,
them to go.
the full frantic
If you're a
wave.
Filipino, you use
Yeah,
your lips.
There's yelling.
So you walk in, and it's this small, damp room, dirt walls, and there's like 2 shelves. On one of the shelves is like a little rack of potions, and on the other shelf is a couple like old like scrolls. And then there's like a small pile of like flyers. And then on the back wall, the most important feature of the room is a large like reservoir of like old stone tablets. And it just like it's like probably like thousands of stone tablets that are just dumped into bins. Here.
Jeez. What a waste.
So
Do I know?
what do y'all want
I
to do?
want to go check out the flyers.
Can I see if the tablets are written in any language I know?
Do you know Primordial?
I'm gonna say no.
Help
no,
us,
Can I
you
check
don't.
out
Our
the
only hope.
potions?
So you go look at the flyers, Mira, and you see that it is a group of elementals, all like kind of with their hands raised to the air with clubs and pitchforks, and underneath it says, "Are you tired of living under the oppression of Korka?
Oh
Join
my
the revolution."
Yes. I
Nice.
love it.
And then there's a small fine print golden, sorry, not golden, like silvery like ink. Like it, the rest of the ink's like it is a very poorly. This is a very poorly drawn poster on just like a piece of plain parchment. And then it's all in this black ink, and then at the bottom in like a silver ink it says, "Rip in half to get free protection," with 4 exclamation marks.
Free
at the end.
protection?
Yeah.
I rip it in half.
Wow.
God damn
A
it.
small. So the rest of you can see a small.
I just see,
um,
because I just see the poster and I just look at it and rip it in half.
Rip it in half. Yeah, with
What's
no
wrong?
context. You see
my
Mira
God.
just rip, like pick up one of these posters. You can all see, oh, that has little earth elementals on it, and you see in very big letters, "Revolution," and then Mira, dead faced, just rips it in half, and begins to her like skin begins to glow this like bright white light.
Mirror
Like, not,
destroy.
like- Not to the point of like
Jesus.
you can't see her, but it's
Oh my
like
God.
like a little transparent like barrier between her and the world. And Mira, you just feel very staticky all of a sudden. Like your hair starts to stand on end.
I pass the flyers. I'm like, I think this did something good. Here. And I pass them to.
I'm gonna
My
bring my
buds.
hand out and like touch the barrier that's around Mira to see what happens.
Yeah, it feels like super staticky. It's like when you rub your it's like when you were a kid and you would like rub your like your socks on the carpet
When you were
like
a
real
kid.
fast.
What I
And
think
then
only
you
kids
zap
do.
your parents.
Or when
Never
you
done
take
that.
your sheets out of the dryer and it's just static.
There's
all
no
over.
dryers in this world.
Could
I
do
know, but
But
It's
it's
an
for us.
example.
For us to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want like an actual
There's
real
probably a
life
dryer,
example,
like a
it's like
churner dryer.
Oh, what about like when you
It's-
touch the TV and it just.
yeah, that's if you
Oh,
want
yeah,
an actual
I
real life thing.
remember
It's like if you do
those.
that, yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
That's so long
do a
time ago.
roll to see to see if I know what kind of magic this is, like what this is exactly, or
Sure, make an Arcana check. In the meantime,
Potions.
Integrity, you wanted to check out
Potions.
the potions.
Poshans.
I want to check
So
potions. Thanks.
there is a few that are just like they look really dark red. Like there's probably 12, and probably 8 of them look dark red. 2 of them are like this, almost like a maroon. Is maroon the combination of red and purple? Is that right?
It could, yeah.
Maroon's just like a really deep red.
Yeah. It's like a wine red.
Okay, we'll say like a winey red, like almost like a purpley red. 2 of them are that colored, and then there is one that is, and then the rest are this dark gray, and then of the dark gray ones, which there would be only one, I guess. Never mind. Sorry, the rest aren't dark gray. There's 12 potions, 8 of which are this like really dark red, like almost black, and then 2 of which are like this wine color, and 1 of which is this light gray color.
Okay, that doesn't add up to 12.
No, it doesn't.
What am I missing?
You said 8 dark red, 2 of which are wine red, so that's 8 still, and then 1 dark gray.
Oh, so the rest, okay. So 8, so then we need 4, so I was right. Great, I love doing math live in front of people. It's so fun. So there's 4 dark gray, 1 of which is like a lighter gray, and 3 of which are like, again, almost like a black.
Are these familiar? Have I seen them, or do I know
make your alchemy check. Make like a roll and add your intelligence and proficiency. Serenapth.
I got a 16.
16 to figure out what was going on with Mira.
Yes.
It seems like just like a very basic ward against damage.
I'm gonna take a couple and roll them up into like a scroll thing, and then I'm gonna put them in one of the wand holders of my clothing.
Are you sure you don't want to use a scroll holder? Gosh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me grab one of those scroll holders in this room and then like
No.
stuff them
One
in
of like
there.
one of like the scroll pockets in your robe. Gosh.
Oh, I didn't know there's. I'm so sorry. You're right. I'm an idiot. You're right. I'm so sorry. Of course it has that. If it has a bunch of other holders,
Your
yeah,
robe
sure.
is fucking everything.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's just I just sewed them all in one day, and I was like, I'm gonna need all of this.
Everyone's
someday.
robe has these. These are like the basic elements of the wizard robe are 1,000 pockets that you can't see.
I put them in the
so-
scroll holder then.
Absolutely. Integrity.
Did you say
you
intelligence
get?
plus what?
Intelligence plus proficiency, please.
Okay. That is 17.
17. So the darker potions look to be spoiled. The wine-colored ones seem to be, like the ones that are almost black are probably spoiled.
Yeah.
That's just like a kind of catch-all like thing. The dark wine-colored ones seem to be potions of superior healing, and you do not know what the gray one is.
I'm going to take 1 superior healing and 1 gray one and put it in my backpack.
Like the good gray one?
Yes, the good gray one. Light
Okay.
gray one.
Absolutely. Did anyone else want to do anything in this room before peacing out?
I do have a question, actually.
What's your question?
So if I did that method of like poster rolling where like you like line them up a little bit and then roll them all together, how many would you say I can fit into one of these pockets, and how many of these pockets do I have?
You have 2 of these pockets and you could fit 2
Dude.
before it's like, they're pretty big.
Okay, fair.
Like it's thick parchment.
Okay, I'll grab a couple of them, stuff them in there, and I'm gonna take one more and I'm gonna rip it in half.
Absolutely. You're now covered in this static layer of protection.
I'm gonna look at the potions as well.
Okay. You see 1 wine-colored one, 3 dark gray ones, and the rest are these dark, almost black red ones.
I'm gonna look to Integrity and say, do you know what these all are?
Well, I only like that light red one is superior healing potion, but the rest looks spoiled to me.
I'm gonna take superior healing. What did I see her grab? Like, did I see her grab like one of the gray ones already, or do I just?
Yeah, you would have seen her do that.
I'm just gonna take like one of each, I guess. Like,
Sure.
if I can't use it now, I can at least figure out what it is later, kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Can I also
And would
rip
that be-
a poster? Sorry.
You can absolutely. Not wanting to be left out, integrity. You walk over and rip a poster in half,
Oh, yeah.
just on the down low, and you are coated in this white staticky shield.
Yeah, I'm gonna say to the group, like, just to be safe, I feel like it's a good idea to take more than one poster.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we obviously have the pockets for it, so.
I'll take another
Just
one
grab a
as well.
Why can't we just take them
Absolutely.
all?
Yeah, like you were supposed to.
Well, yeah, but I have to, like, sneak a couple with me, to sneak a couple individually if anything
So if
happens.
ours, because we don't know how long these last, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
if one wears
Mhm.
off.
So I'll just put the ones in my backpack.
And then
Faramel is going to, like, you hear him from over on the stairs go, "Are you all done yet?"
Oh right.
Oh shit.
I hide
We
the
definitely
staff.
don't have your
Wait.
staff.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. He wouldn't have been with you. Ignore that. Never mind. I fucking forgot.
What is
you. I was-
he
I-
doing?
the entire time I was like,
doing here?
what would he be doing? Yeah, he's not
I was
with
ready
you.
to be
Fuck
like-
off, Luke.
I was ready to be like, how did you get inside? Wait a
Yeah.
second.
Fuck
How
me.
do you know we're here?
We go
Oh, my
outside,
stupid
he's
brain.
knocked out the 2 guards. Like, okay, this guy's got some skill. Never mind.
Oh god.
God, I'm so stupid.
Um,
Anyways, carry on as you were.
so these are like in big baskets, right?
There's one stack.
Stack. Okay, I'm going to, let's see, because I have invisibility. I don't know if that works on like inanimate things. I don't think so, but damn it.
I don't know magic.
I don't think it does.
Boy.
It says a creature you touch.
Yeah. Can we bring these things to life so I can make them all invisible?
Why doesn't Winslow just reduce them so that they're like less detectable?
Oh, that's true.
Why don't you just put them in your backpack?
Oh, we
Oh,
have
yeah, I have a
backpacks.
Okay, honestly,
Oh.
honestly ever since the vine thing, I wasn't sure what I had anymore. Nice to know, I guess, because I grabbed.
You lost like the tents and stuff, but you still
Yeah.
have backpacks.
I've-
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll up and stuff a bunch of them in my backpack. Then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You managed to get all of them.
Oh, hell
Lindsay,
yeah.
Did you want to rip one or no?
Oh yeah, do you want? I'll hand him like 4 to hide in his robes and like 1 to rip.
No, I'll just hide all of them.
Okay.
So I know we're supposed to like rescue the other people. Do you think like should we do that? I guess, or I feel
They're
like
obviously. Well, I mean, they're obviously not on the bottom floor, so that would
Yeah.
mean that they're on the main or top floor. And at this point, I don't think we're really ready to face off against anyone.
I think my spell's gonna wear off very soon.
So, as you're having this conversation, Cernupth, in your head, you hear a voice go, hi, we've just got the approval from my manager to send in your reinforcements. They should be there shortly. And then immediately, from above, you hear like the sound of an explosion. And that's where we're going to end for this
shit.
week.
Reinforcements have
What?
come.
How dare you?
Carla,
Shit.
could you do the outro, please?
It's like when you're just trying to avert eye contact with the teacher just to see if you
I
like don't have
forgot-
to answer the question
Can I
on
just
the
say,
board.
I forgot that I had a song just playing in my head for the last like
Yep.
however much time. I
Oh
just
my
got used
God.
to it at that point.
Poor
See,
Sarah.
I see. Here's my argument. I just had too much stuff going through my head of like I need to keep track of all this stuff, so that's why I forgot Faramel wasn't there.
Okay.
Fairmont got
well.
here. Don't worry about it. He took out the guards.
Well, hello there, everyone. It's me, Carla, and I hope that you guys enjoyed today's episode. Please leave a review or a rating on our iTunes. It will help us a lot, and we would love it, and we love you. Please follow us on our Instagram or on our Twitter at Trials and Trebs and talk to us because we love hearing from you. And there's also a link to our Discord where we talk about a bunch of stuff that is just really fun because we love people and we love you, and please love us back. Bye.
There was like a lot of love and like almost like it was like you were reading off of a script.
Hey,
like
that
that was like a ransom video.
Can we somehow put this one out on Valentine's
twice if
Day
you
just
need
to be
help.
like all the love? It's great.
Oh shit, it's a podcast. They can't see you're blinking.
Oh shit.
So thank you everyone for listening. We'll talk into your ear holes next week. Bye.
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 Bye.